Hello, everybody, and welcome to this webinar, SAP S/4HANA and SAP Datasphere, how to quickly set up your analytics. So my name is Jérôme TOCANNE. I'm the CEO of the company. I am with Alexandre ROHAN.
Hello.
Our technical leader. So let's start this presentation. The presentation should last about 50 minutes. And at the end, we will take all your questions. So please feel free to ask any question through your through the the chat functionalities, and we will take again all your questions at the end of this session. So we are going to talk about RapidViews. We'll talk about the two main features of our software, the BI Accelerator and the overall analytics platform. We'll talk about our business content on SAP Datasphere. We'll talk about BW migration, and Alexandre, you will handle some demonstration. So RapidViews, we are a software editor. Our objective is really to accelerate the deployment of any kind of analytics on any SAP HANA platform. So we are, of course, a SAP partner, and our solution is certified by SAP. So we came up with the idea a few years ago to build and to provide a kind of analytics foundation for the SAP customer. Every customer are using the same ERP. Behind your ERP, you have, of course, thousands of tables. Everybody, of course, is using the same underlying tables. What if you could access to some kind of analytics, data mart, prepackaged content that you could reuse to accelerate your analytics project? So it's what we built. We came up with the idea to build content, analytics content for FICO, PP, MM, SD, QM, EWM, PM, PS, and Ariba SAP module. Of course, every customer is different, so you have to handle your own KPIs, your own business rules, your own hierarchies. For that, we provide an overall platform. We call it the RapidViews platform, where we have a lot of different kind of features to centralize and to accelerate the deployment of your solution. Okay, so we accelerate analytics deployment through our business content, and we centralize and manage all your SAP analytics through the overall RapidViews platform. Okay, so let's talk about the BI Accelerator content. Very quickly to understand, let's say if you want to build a report and you want to be able to bring back all your invoice per material, you need to build a material dimension and a billing fact table. So it's what we started to build 5 years ago. So if you have to build, let's say, a material dimension, you need to be able to link a specific number of tables. So we built this complexity using the HANA technology. So we build it in CDS views, calculation views, and SAP Datasphere technology. Okay, so it's what we provide. We did the same for typically the billing fact table, right? So we know how to build this concept of fact table, and behind that, around a fact table, we can link to specific dimensions. So at the end of the day, we built data mart, and behind the data mart, we provide all the semantic layers pre-built, right? So we came up again with this idea of data mart, and it's what we built on the core for the core SAP module, and it took us a few years to do that. And now per module we have at least 5 or 6. We built at least 5 or 6 different releases, Alexandre. So time after time, they become more and more stronger. We bring more and more KPIs information because we build and we grow, working, of course, with all our customers, right? So for FICO, we are covering everything about finance and controlling. We have about 12 data mart and 50 KPIs. We did the same for sales and distribution, right? Orders, billing, and deliveries. For material management, PP, QM. So as you can see, for each business content, we provide the data mart, we provide the KPIs, everything we name, and samples of report. Today, we provide these samples of report in Web Intelligence technology, SAP Analytics Cloud, Tableau software, and Microsoft Power BI. We did also for EWM, PM, PS, and Ariba. So, and we build cross-module data mart, time after time. We have, of course, a lot of customers that are asking us more and more advanced kind of cubes, data mart. So we have this ability to provide really some advanced cross-module data mart where we can mix information like the finance and material management and so on. So at the end, we provide about 60 predefined data mart that are covering everything about FICO, SD, MM, PP, QM, EWM, PM, PS, and Ariba modules. We have about 20 cross-modules data marts, and behind that, we are providing about 350 KPIs, accessing to thousands of underlying SAP tables, right? And about 60 samples of report that allow you to start with and we have two kind of customers. Some of them want to start with our report, and some of them want to start, they know exactly what they want, they know the exact KPI they want to build, and sometimes they do not use this report. Okay, so what we say that if you are not using RapidViews, you will need to build your own data warehouse to start with from a blank page, to do all the modelization, to be able to rebuild everything. What if you could have this kind of foundation, right? Tools box with this kind of Lego bricks that contain all these concepts of fact, dimension, data mart, and semantic layer. We say that thanks to our RapidViews overall platform and technology, you are saving at least 70% of the time for building a data warehouse. And of course, we provide a very strong foundation for your future analytics need. This slide shows the architecture where you can install our RapidViews. Our RapidViews are built using HANA technology, right? We only provide our business content in HANA technology. The first layout is the ERP, right? SAP ERP, ECC on HANA and S/4HANA. The middle layer is if you decide to build a data warehouse with SAP, you can use the HANA Cloud Platform or HANA Full Use Platform. But of course, today, SAP is pushing very hard on this new SAP SAP Datasphere, right? Which is the new data warehouse platform for SAP. And the last layer is the overall semantic layer. So we have customers that are doing real time by putting our business content directly on ECC on HANA. Some other one and some other, of course, are installing our RapidViews business content directly on S/4HANA. And if you want to build a data warehouse, you can install it on any HANA Full Use or HANA Cloud Platform. And of course, today on SAP Datasphere. And so far, we have 7 very strong references on SAP Datasphere. So again, what we provide is built on HANA technology using CDS view or calculation views or SAP Datasphere technology. Okay, we do not compete with the embedded analytics from SAP. Embedded analytics are CDS views and the Fiori tile that allow you to have some kind of small piece of reporting inside your ERP. It's what SAP provide if you want to do transactional reporting. We provide BI reporting, right? If you want to do advanced reporting, if you want to provide to your customer, to your end user, a very strong semantic layer that could be reused using Microsoft Power BI, Tableau software, Web Intelligence, SAP Analytics Cloud, the way to go is really through our RapidViews, because we again provide a very strong semantic layer to do any kind of report using any tools of the market. Okay. All our views or report or semantic layers or all the different data marks, everything is available on one single metadata platform, what we call the RapidViews platform, where you can find any of these components. You can also import your own report, your own views, your own CDS views, your own Fury tile, and we'll talk later about, or even your old BW cubes. And this platform aims to really centralize any analytics component that you can use today. Okay. Alexandre, can you please do a demonstration?
Yes. So this is the RapidViews platform. So the goal of this platform is to centralize the metadata, make the documentation of of the RapidViews referential, but also SAP analytics, and at the end your own analytics, because this platform can be connected. We have some connectors that permit you to update your analytics. Yeah. So if we focus on the RapidViews business content, so we have developed an analytics hub that provide you for each functional area, for instance, SD, MM, PP, finance, the complete list of RapidViews reports in this platform. Okay, so we can, for instance, we can choose the reporting tool. So for this demo, we are going to use Power BI, but we have also all these reports are developed in Business Object, SAP Analytics Cloud, Tableau software, reporting. Okay, and then we can navigate per functional area. For instance, SD, I can look at what we have in RapidViews relative to the billing documentation, to the delivery performance, to the sales documentation, sales document in SD. We can switch on the MM material management. Okay, and this is the complete list of the reports.
So by default, it's the report that we provide as a samples of report, right, from our business content.
Yes.
But at the end, when you are doing the acquisition of this platform, of course, you can also import any kind of any report that you already built. So our customers are using this platform and this analytics hub to centralize all their report, right? It could be web intelligence, Microsoft Power BI. It could be also Fury tile. Everything that we provide through our connectors, correct?
Yes. Yeah. And if you customize also the report RapidViews, the RapidViews report, you can also import your new modifications in the platform. So this is an example of report that is a cross-module between FI and MM. Okay, the procurement to pay report. So you have here in this platform a small documentation, a small description of this report. You can see also the image, the list of the columns, every metadata that is going to help you to understand what is modelized in this report. Okay, and you can see also the data lineage. So this vision will help you to understand which data are coming from the metadata, the transactional data, and how they are joined to at the end provide this cube that is used as a data source for this report. Okay, so this is an example of a cross-module report provided by RapidViews. We provide approximately 10 reports by module. Okay, so RapidViews SD, it's 10 reports, order book, order backlog, the pricing condition, etc. And for then you can also link these reports directly in the platform, because I can open the report directly from RapidViews. Okay, so this is the Power BI. Okay, at the end of so this is 10 days of implementation per module. And at the end of the 10 days, you have 10 reports, Power BI or SAC or Tableau, that are directly connected to your data. Okay, so first we deploy the models, the prepackaged models on your environment. So it can be S4 HANA, Datasphere, and then we plug also these samples of reports. Okay. So all these reports, they are completely customizable. Okay, you can switch on an edit mode, see the complete semantic layer, and modify, then add your own filters and add your own KPI. Okay.
What we provide for end user from end user perspective is the ability to have a very strong semantic layer through their own reporting tools.
Yes.
So if, as a customer, I'm using, in this case, Microsoft Power BI, it's on this on the right hand side is a list of all the different semantic layers, right? Dimension and KPIs, everything will be there, and I will just pick up and use my reporting tool to drag and drop and to build any kind of report. So we provide this strong semantic layer which is directly connected to ECC on HANA, S4 HANA, or SAP Datasphere.
Yes.
Okay. Good. So that's just to show that, okay, we have a list of samples of reports, and tomorrow you can, of course, import all your reports.
We have also the list of the KPI that are provided by RapidViews as well. So for every module, RapidViews provide several KPI to help you to evaluate the performance of your activity for the sales, for the purchase, for the production, manufacturing, etc. All these models, all these KPI are already tested on our customer environments. Okay. And these requirements comes from a real use case that we already met with our customer. Okay? So for instance, SD, here you can see every KPI. For instance, the on-time in full, you can, in this platform, see the documentation for this on-time KPI. You can see the SAP data source that are linked into this formula. So there are lots of metadata in this platform. You can navigate per report, per KPI, but also we have a data search feature. So you can write here a delivery, you can write revenue, and filter then the complete RapidViews referential to find the good object. Okay. So this is in this platform. What we provide is samples of reports, and in the modelization layer, we have some data marts, okay, the cube that can be developed in Datasphere, in CDS, and then every content that modelize the master data and the transactional data, which which is based on the SAP table. Okay. I will switch on the.
Okay, thank you very much, Alexandre. Okay, good, thank you. So fast implementation, right? The benefits is we gain some time because all this foundation is already there. It's flexible because we provide it as a kind of again toolbox that contains this component, dimension, fact, semantic layer, a kind of Lego brick that you can reuse, you can modify, you can do whatever you want with this. It's totally open. It's compatible between ECC and S4 HANA, and SAP Datasphere, right? Because we provide model in 3 in ECC, S4 HANA, and S4 HANA and SAP Datasphere, and it's also compatible with any reporting tools of the market. Okay, thank you. So let's move on SAP Datasphere. What do we do on SAP Datasphere? So today we are very, very proud because we have 7 active references on SAP Datasphere. So what is SAP Datasphere? SAP Datasphere is the overall cloud-based cloud platform from SAP to handle typically data warehouse and analytics projects. So it's a platform, very strong, of course, to bring back any information from SAP, obviously, but not only SAP. you can connect and bring back and upload any kind of external data, which is by definition the goal of a data warehouse platform to be, of course, to handle multiple sources. Within these tools, you have different layers. So it's really a tools built to handle data warehouse. So you have this concept of data layer and this concept of business layer. So it's very advanced. And of course, all our business content have been rebuilt within this platform and certified by SAP. So how do we do that? We provide a ready-to-use extractor. We know how to access to ECC HANA, S/4HANA, public or private cloud. We also know how to access to SAP Ariba tables through APIs. And after, within the overall SAP Datasphere platform, we plug our fact and dimension views, or we already have done the modelization of the data layer, right? This concept of data mart. We provide, of course, all the semantic layer, everything that has been renamed, and a lot of KPIs, and samples of report. And so far, we provide this report in SAP Analytics Cloud, because Alexandre, SAP Analytics Cloud today is a #1 product for SAP, obviously, yes. Even if we have customers here that are using typically Microsoft Power BI, right?
Yes. So SAP Datasphere, it's an open database, so you can modelize in SAP Datasphere and then consume the data in SAC, but also in a non-SAP reporting tool. It can be Power BI, it can be a Tableau.
SAC
right? Is the best if you want to use the maximum of features provided by SAP Datasphere, because this is we stay in a SAP ecosystem. So there are some features that you can active in SAP Datasphere, and only SAC will understand and will be compatible with this feature. For instance, the analytics model. But for instance, Power BI, it works as well, and you just have to add maybe a layer of intelligence, maybe in Power BI to build your data set, etc. But the data can be transported from Datasphere to Power BI without problem.
So we are certified by SAP. We have already 7 customers using this technology, and it's extremely powerful because we provide this ready-to-use extractor. So we know very quickly to access to SAP ERP system, bring back all the information within SAP Datasphere. We replug our content, semantic layer, and samples of report, and it's ready to go. And we just accelerate any kind of deployment. Yeah. We are again certified by SAP, and it's available on the SAP store. Can you maybe do a little demonstration, maybe? Show us a little bit of the different maybe layout, or I don't know what.
Yes, but we can go in Datasphere. So Datasphere, every content is organized by space in the SAP Datasphere. So we're going to use the data builder feature to build the majority of our content. For instance, this is an example of samples content included in RapidViews MM. So what we have in the SAP Datasphere, there are some tables, okay, that are coming from S/4HANA or ECC, okay, SAP ECC, but you can also have Ariba or non-SAP tables. Our content is composed of views that modelize the data, so the master data, then the transactional data, and then we have some contents that, like the P2I lead time, that mix and modelize the data from in the purchase to invoice process, for instance, in MM. So you can have one cube that that is connected to the request purchase requisition, to the purchase order, good receipt and invoice, all these documents and all these transactional data in only one cube that you can see in this model and then in RapidViews MM. So this is the last layer in SAP Datasphere. This is the analytics model. So this is the cube in SAP Datasphere. So you can see the facts and the master data that are linked there. Okay. In SAP Datasphere, you can access to a preview data interface where you can select the KPI, where you can test also and validate this data. So the first, when we implement the business content, so there are a few days dedicated to the RapidViews consultant to import the models, but then we work directly with your teams to validate that the data is correct, and then we plug, when we certify the data are correct, we are going to import and connect our samples of reports. So this is an example of SAC monitoring, monitor the lead time for P2I, and then you can navigate in our standard report, and then you can also customize it. So you can directly go in edition mode to add your own filters, because I was displaying the semantic layer in Power BI, but you have the same in SAC. So here you can see the complete semantic layer provided by RapidViews, and you can this way modify your visuals. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. So very powerful. Today on SAP Datasphere, we have customer using some of them are using SAC.
Yes.
We have customer using Microsoft Power BI.
And business object as
and
well.
Business object also,
yeah.
Web Intelligence, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So we wanted to talk about SAP BW because, as we said before, remember we started at the beginning to build and to provide this concept of business content, right? Predefined data mart, and we centralize all of them in one single platform. But now this platform, again, it's the overall RapidViews platform. We can import any of your report, any of your views. Typically today, we have a lot of customers that import all their own CDS views. We also have a repository of all the 60,000 SAP CDS views. So we provide also this feature. And behind that, again, we centralize, manage any analytics component. We have connectors to, again, Web Intelligence, SAP Analytics Cloud, Microsoft Power BI, Tableau Software, Analysis for Office, BEX, DigDash, Fury Tile. Soon that next year will be a Click. And on the other side, we know how to bring back information from calculation views, CDS views, SAP Datasphere views. We have a connector, of course, and SAP BW. A lot of SAP customers still have some, of course, BW cubes, right? Because before, the only way to build a data warehouse within SAP was SAP BW. Today, what we see on the market, it's a lot of customers try to understand what do they have within their BW old system, legacy system, and also they are wondering what to do with that, right? Are they going to migrate to BW on HANA? For HANA, are they going to move to SAP Datasphere or to move to any data lake like Microsoft Azure or AWS or Google platform, right? So this is a very big question that we can see today on the market. Every customer try to understand what to do with SAP BW. We built a connector to BW. Why? Because again, a lot of customers are asking us to be able to do the inventory of what they have, to be able to understand, because most of the time they don't even maybe do not remember exactly how they built it many years ago. They do not have some documentation. Maybe the person that built this BW cube is not anymore in the company, and they want to be able to audit this overall system to start to think about what will be the next step, right? So we build this connector. Today, we have the ability to access to BW cube and to audit any component about the data source, the info object, the ADSO, DSO, the composite provider, the info cube, the HANA external views, the BEX queries, the transient providers, multi-provider transformation, DSO, and info source. So we almost are covering everything about BW. We have customers that really are extremely happy to be able to use our connector because it's a fantastic way just to be able to audit what is within their old system. How does that work, by the way, Alexandre, this connector? How does that work? How do we connect to BW?
Yes, so to import the BW metadata in the RapidViews platform, there is a tool that you need to install on your machine. And this tool is going to request the BW server and request the tables that contain the metadata. And then this tool will generate a JSON file to that you can then import in the RapidViews platform. So the RapidViews platform is not directly connected to the BW server. There is a tool provided by RapidViews that show you as well which data is exported.
Yeah, it's the best way to do that today. So we do not have any issue about security with your customer. The customer can even see exactly what do we put in this JSON file. So we can see that we only bring back metadata components and nothing about the real data, right?
Yes.
And behind that, within our overall RapidViews platform, we can do any kind of search to find information from the composite provider to the info object and so on. We have this ability to do all these data lineage features, right? To be able to see how the BW cube has been built, correct?
Yes.
And because we provide a kind of wizard, we call it the analytics wizard, because in one side, we know how to import a BW cube, because on the other side, we build this data mart, this business content, and also, of course, on SAP Datasphere technology. That means that what if you could, when you import a cube, you could put it in a kind of wizard, and the system will provide you the equivalent in SAP Datasphere. So it's what we are working on right now, very aggressively, by the way, because we have a lot of customers that are pushing us to build this feature. That means that when you import the BW cube, we know which data mart, which business content is the equivalent, and we provide the recipe to rebuild it within SAP Datasphere, right? And later on, if you decide, you can of course also provide all this information to your data lake, right? External SAP data lake. Can you show us how does that work?
So we're going to go back in the RapidViews platform, but not in the RapidViews content, but this is an example of BW content provided by the SAP Analytics. So this is a list of BEX queries and composite provider, InfoCube, also DSO, info object, okay? And then we have at the complete bottom of the referential the data sources. So the goal here with the RapidViews platform is to understand how the BEX queries are built, okay, to then maybe find a RapidViews content that cover the same scope, okay. So this is a BEX query. We can see the complete list of columns, and we can also display the lineage. So this vision is going to say and to explain how the data is modelized in the BEX query, okay? And the most important thing for us is to identify the data source that are used in BW to then understand which kind of data we have in this BEX, okay? So we are going to display every BEX query that is used in the customer BW system. We can, yes, cartography maybe hundreds and hundreds of BEX queries of composite provider, etc. So then, after this step of import, we can go in the analytics wizard. So this functionality will be used to convert a BW cube to RapidViews content. So for the example, I'm going to choose a composite provider provided by SAP on the material management area, okay? And I'm going to add this composite provider to my list of analytics wizard.
So you drag and drop and you put it on the wizard. The wizard
exactly.
is this right-hand side windows, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So we could add several objects, but for the demonstration, I will keep this composite provider. And then this application is going to show the most relevant RapidViews content, so the RapidViews report, RapidViews semantic, or RapidViews views to cover the same requirements than this BW cube, okay? And the system is going to understand, for instance, the data source of this cube and to convert all these data sources to the list of SAP table, okay? So for instance, for this cube, the SAP, the compatible SAP table is the BSEG, okay? And this table is used in one data map provided by RapidViews, that is DTM stock movement, okay? So if you want to, for instance, plug your new reporting tool to not your old BW system, but your new SAP Datasphere, you are going to implement this data map provided by RapidViews in your SAP Datasphere, and then you are going to see the results in Power BI or SAC, okay? And then we provide also the recipe of this implementation. For instance, we have this view provided by RapidViews where you have to add a few dimensions. Okay, so it will be written here in this recipe. So add 3 dimensions, and this kind of information. These are the specifications for your IT team. Okay.
So I import the BW cube. I know that this cube is used, and with the system, you will tell you what has to be implemented in SAP Datasphere, right? It will give you the right business content, so the right data map, fact and dimension and semantic layer that map your old BW legacy system, correct? And it gives you the recipe of what has to be done to be able to rebuild this cube within the new SAP Datasphere technology.
Yes.
Great. So that's very, very good, because again, everybody today is asking and try to understand what to do with their old BW system. Thank you very much, Alexandre. Now let's talk about references. So far we have about almost 30 references. On SAP Datasphere, we have about 7 active references today. We have Total Energy in France, Exertis in the UK, Soucy Group in Canada, Engie, which is a big French energy company like Total, which is a petroleum French company, Louis Dreyfus Company, which is a French multinational, very large company, Sunstar, which is a company in Switzerland. So we have 7 customers using SAP Datasphere. The other one at the beginning was working on doing data warehouse, but it was more on the HANA full use platform. Of course, we have more and more customers using in real time or business content on ECC on HANA or S4 HANA. right? Like Pierre Farm, Nexteam, Guino, Poma, Saxtel. In Canada, we have a major French group. It's actually the holding of LVMH, Louis Vuitton, large French luxury company. Major French group also that are using it, and we also have a lot of customers that just also are using deeply our overall platform. We have this customer in Germany. They didn't buy our content, but they have hundreds of CDS views that they built on their own, and they just wanted our platform to be able to import, to centralize, leverage, masterize, and manage all these CDS views. So we are not in the space of the data governance, but we build our own space in BI governance. We want to be able to provide to any analytics teams tomorrow the ability to centralize everything that is done around their overall analytics project. That means about building cubes, views, data mart, semantic layer, and of course report, and bring a maximum of value on this space, because we are a pure, as you can understand, a pure analytics player, right? Let's talk about use case. A customer that wanted to start a new analytics project on S4 HANA. It was the next team in France. As soon as they finished to implement their S4 HANA system, they wanted to be able to provide, of course, to have reports. They had a list of their own 75 KPIs. Well, we implemented RapidViews directly on S4 HANA. This customer, they are using Tableau software, is the tool that they are using in this company. And in a very short period of time, 50 days, they were able to roll out about 5 RapidViews modules, FICO, SD, MM, PP, and QM, and to be able to have all these 75 KPIs up and running. So as you can see, it could be very fast. On SAP Datasphere, Exertis, UK customer, they were hesitating between SAP Datasphere and Snowflake. We did a proof of concept, and we were able to demonstrate that RapidViews plus SAP Datasphere were the way to go versus Snowflake. So in 2 months, they were able to have a SAP Datasphere data warehouse up and running. It's a customer using Web Intelligence and Microsoft Power BI, and they implemented FICO, SD, and MM modules on SAP Datasphere. That's it. Again, feel free to challenge us. We can do any kind of proof of concept. It's the best way to check and to see if our technology is working. We do that all the time, so feel free really to challenge us. You can contact myself, Jérôme TOCANNE, or Alexandre ROHAN, or Alia Arnaud, that just joined us a few weeks ago, and she's handling all the partnership and overall business. Thank you very much. We are on time because it's about almost 2:50, and now we are going to take your questions. Do you have any questions? What is the difference between CDS view and calculation views, Alexandre?
Okay, so CDS is implemented directly on the applicative layer of SAP. So this is an ABAP object. In fact, the script is quite similar to the SQL syntax, but it's also implemented. It's also there are some ABAP feature on this CDS. Calculation views, these are the HANA views. So this kind of object is directly implemented in the database, the HANA database layer. The difference, we can modelize in both technology. SAP encourage you to use the CDS. So because to be compliant for the security and the licensing, SAP will tell you to use the CDS view to extract the data in other SAP or non-SAP tools. The HANA calculation views, you must have the HANA full use license to then, for instance, if you want to export this data in another data warehouse. So we mostly use the CDS, but calculation views can be used as well.
How long does it take to implement a module, business content module, on SAP Datasphere?
So one module is, for instance, SD, NM is another one. For every module, it's 10 days, 5 days for the Datasphere, the models, the installation of the models. Okay, so it can be CDS, it can be calculation views or Datasphere, and 5 other days for the reporting layer. Okay, so if you choose, I don't know, a SAP Datasphere plus Power BI, it will be 5 days of installation on SAP Datasphere and 5 days of installation for the Power BI report. Some of our customers say we don't need the report because we have a very strong specification that are already done. So we are going just to use your data models. So in this case, we are going to spend only 5 days for the implementation of the models.
Another question: how long to test the BW connector?
To test, so you can access directly. We can create you access in the RapidViews platform to let you test 1 week or 2 weeks, and you can then we are going to support you and train you to connect to your SAP BW system, export the data, and then implement and import this data in a BW. So a few days, a few days will be necessary. It's just sometimes it's a question of time to have the access to the BW systems sometimes, but it can be very very quickly.
What are the advantages of RapidViews versus BW4?
But this is not the same strategy. So if you choose RapidViews, you choose the HANA technology for SAP Datasphere, for the S/4HANA,
which is open, right?
Which is open. BW is quite complex world, even if in BW4 it's a bit simplified, but it stays.
BW is still certified by SAP for at least 10 years, but at the end of the day, they are not going to. Well, the future of BW is really SAP Datasphere. SAP, they are not. They are not going to supply and to invest on BW.
Yes.
SAP, it's very clear. They want every customer to replace BW by their new cloud-based platform, SAP Datasphere, obviously, and they are pushing very hard on that. And so it's really the way to go. Tomorrow, it's SAP Datasphere for any analytics project. Okay, well, thank you very much. I don't know if there is any other question. If not, I will say thank you.
Thank you,
all of you, to participate to this webinar. Feel free to contact us, to challenge us. We can do any kind of advanced demonstration, of course, or proof of concept. It's what we do all the time. So really feel free to contact us. Thank you very much, all of you, and thank you, Alexandre, for your demonstration.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.